G'day, excuse the feet. It's a nice hot day here in Australia, and today we're going to show you the HuntingDoor string materials. So here's a selection of colours. These two are like a Dyneema blend, black, red, white, yellow. They're like B52, so they stretch a little bit for like your non-reinforced tip bows. HuntingDoor's serving jig. They also sell this. It's really cheap and it's amazing. So the only thing you have to make yourself is a jig. It is just 2 pieces of timber, some feet, a bolt that runs all the way through so that this piece can pivot, and then you've got just 2 pegs, however long you need to get the top loop, another fixed peg down the bottom there, and I've anchored there, and I've wrapped around 10 total times. So you start here, go around, that's 1, go around, that's 2, so that you have 10 strands either side to make a total of 20 strands, because I like slightly thicker strings. So once you've got it to this point, I'll just turn the back here and show you what that looks like. When you turn it, it'll look like this. Here's all your strands. Try your best to keep them free of twists. That's where these come in. You just stick one, kind of there. Stick another one. Twists. Stick it here, and then the twists are going to get covered in serving, so you're not going to see them anyway. I'll just get the serving jig ready. So a quick overview of the serving jig. You go wrap it around, you lay one line this way, and you wrap the jig around it probably 5 times, and then you can push all this up to this end, and just pull on this tag end, and then wrap another 5 times with the jig. So we're going to do this one-handed. Just wind the jig up, and it's literally this easy. Just make sure they're all stacked up. You get that? So because the serving jig wraps this way, it's going to unwrap that end loop, and then it's going to wrap around this tail end. So I'll do that to show you. Now with that tail end in place, as you can see when you wrap it around, and I'll try and keep them straight. And as you get towards the end, you can pull on this tail, and it will cinch everything up. Pull it nice and tight. Some people continue this as you wrap the 2 strings together, but I like to do separate ones. When you are finished, you rotate it back. See, there's a little bit of twist here, that's alright. And they're not even, so we just slide them until they become even, and then you can cut these anchoring strings down. Now we serve these 2 together, and then that will create our end loop. So I'll get that started and show you what it looks like. So we just start doing it like this. This peg will stop the twists going further down, and then you just, like before, start spinning. If your line comes off, it's okay. Just get the twists, make sure the twists are up here. You can get them out now, luckily, but when we serve the other end, you're not going to be able to get the twists out. You can see it's twisting up here. Just means that I've got tension on the jig, and then you just keep spinning. So I'll get back to you when we get up here. As you start to get up to where your loop joins, you need to make sure that your jig is actually advancing, because sometimes, because of the change in thickness, it can actually jump up like it has here. Let's see if I can show that. It can jump up like this, and it'll start going backwards. So you want to make sure that it's advancing. I'll continue this and show you when I get further up. Once you've got your desired loop length, you do again, pull out a length, and then back serve. So the jig's going over, so we're going to wrap our tag end underneath and then wrap back through the loop. This one might be hard to see because it's black on white, but like that. Put your tag in this way, and then start wrapping the loop back around. And then for a loop serve, I like to just throw in a couple of these just to help anchor this end so it doesn't go anywhere. Once you've served both ends, so you can tell if you've done it good, so the strands aren't twisted, and then we'll just chuck it on the bow. You can see the brace height is a little low, but that's fine. I like to let it sit untwisted. So you can see here, the strands are separate, they're not twisted. And I will take a heavy-handed amount of bowstring wax, and you just, smear it. I like to be really liberal with this because the more you wax your string now, it'll protect it better, and because the fibers are all separate, the wax is really going to penetrate. So I'll just get it waxed up and I'll show you what it looks like. So when I say a heavy amount of wax, this is what I mean. And then rub it in. Then once you got all of the wax rubbed in, I like to fighting with the focus here. You let it sit for a day strong so that the string can stretch out a bit before you start shooting it. Just helps the fibers in the end loops sit into each other, and yeah, so I'll twist this up now, get it to brace height, and then let it sit for 24 hours, and then serve the center, and you're done. So yeah, that's how we make a bowstring.